Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going over the 7-star raid for Porygon 2 that just came out as kind of like a thing for the Switch 2, as well as outbreaks. You can go get shiny Porygon 2 1 in 200 odds. There's outbreaks all over every map. I'm not going to do a video on that. You guys can go do that yourself. Super easy to get. But let's get into the build. So we are using Annihilape today. Our old friend Deddy Kong. It's been a while since we've used him. So fighting Tera Type with a metronome, as you're just going to be spamming the same attack. You want Drain Punch and Focus Energy. You can ignore Screech and Bulk Up. Recommendation is use PP up on Drain Punch to get it to 16. I did forget to do that before. Defiant as its ability, as you can potentially get your stats down from Psychic, but that doesn't happen too often. Attacking Nature, and then you want to have EVs in attack and special defense. So let's get into it, guys. I would recommend focusing on that special defense rather than HP. Although if you do have a previous build, just use HP is fine. So let's get into it. First thing you want to do is open up with a focus energy. He will always use Trick Room to change his speed stat, right? So he's always going to open up with that, and then Psychic. Psychic is always going to do around 40 to 60% of your health, so you're going to want to really quickly open up with that focus energy, which will then stay for the entirety of the raid. It will not get wiped when your stats get wiped. It's fine. It's a different type of thing. It's fine. Drain Punch is what you're going to want to use for the entirety of this raid. Basically, your focus is trying to stay alive while trying to get your Tera up. And then if you can, sneak in an attack cheer or sneak in a secondary move if you can. It's pretty easy to get through this one, guys. You really will just be spamming A for the most part. It's really not that difficult a raid. I would recommend actually probably using this as kind of a farming raid, guys. This is the easiest we've had in ages. It's definitely, I think, meant to be just like a reward for this, because basically with this build, he'll constantly use Psychic, occasionally as a tri-attack. He'll use that, but it doesn't really do too much damage, and you're going to constantly be in a battle between him using Psychic and getting you to half health, you hitting him with the Drain Punch and getting to full health, right? Otherwise, it would have been nice to be able to kind of get some, damage increasing moves in there, but it just won't be possible. So just go for that Tera up and make sure you're spamming A. This is basically one of those ones that is just a spam A until you win, which is why I'm saying you guys should be farming it as much as possible, but you do want to Tera as early as possible. Use a heal cheer if you're really desperate, as cheers do go before moves, guys. So it's really easy for you to stay alive. This is it. Yeah, this is basically it, guys. This is the easiest one we have had in ages, which is why I'm saying it's basically a celebration for the Switch 2 coming out. Get it. Porygon 1 was last week, Porygon 2 this week, which I actually did say in my other video, which I thought was, yeah, dumb, but like, I get it. It's a kid's thing, so fine. There we go, guys. You're just going to spam Drain Punch. The focus is to get his shield down first. When his shield does go down, he does potentially do 2 moves, which is where you might die. So there's potential that this could throw it off right at the end. If you do go down, you just want to use a focus energy again and start using the same attacks, because it won't happen until his shield's broken. So even if you go down, you're basically battling you two between no one having a shield, no one being Tera. You can build your Tera back up. His shield obviously won't go back up, which means you're very unlikely to run into trouble with this one, guys. I'm not going to do any other builds or an outbreak video this week. I feel like the outbreak one's probably unnecessary, especially with everything going on. Everyone wants to be playing these at the moment. And it's basically just around for 2 weeks. These raids are going to be here for a while. I think they're kind of putting this in now for people to play the upgraded version of it, of the new console, and then kind of forgetting and giving everyone kind of a couple of weeks break. So yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, if you did pick up a Switch 2 today, and if you do think Pokemon is running a lot better for you. I just put out a video showing my kind of 20 minutes intro to the game for the first time on the Switch 2, and it is a huge improvement. This is kind of where the game should have been when it first came out. I've had a few people making comments and stuff like that, saying that that's not true, it wasn't built for the Switch. Like, you can't really say these things when there's been other games that are much better quality. This is just, it is what it is with Game Freak. We do need to lift that we hopefully can get them to lift in the next generation, right? Like, Pokemon's the biggest media franchise in the world. It's an incredible game that we've all been playing, you know, for 20 plus years, some of us anyway. So it's kind of to see the low effort put in and the kind of excuses people make. And like, I'm obviously part of the problem, right? I make Pokemon content and I do buy the games as soon as they come out. So, you know, a bit hypocritical for me to say this because I'm part of the problem, but that it really is the thing. They know it's mostly a children's game, even though there's a lot of adults that play. They don't really have to put in too much effort, so it's super frustrating. But here we go. Just nearly went down with a try attack, guys. So this is what I'm saying. This is the part here. He potentially will do 2 attacks in a row. If he does and you go down, you have enough time to be able to reset. What you want to do again is focus energy and then just start spamming Drain Punch again. That'll be the easiest method for you to win this raid. It's really, really, really easy to solo, and it does give you Herba Mystica and a bunch of nice mats, because we will have those pseudo-legendary raids in the coming months. I'm assuming they're going to be doing raids all the way up to the launch of PLZA, which is October 16th, by memory. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then I'm assuming the game will basically be put in its retirement phase, right? The game's been out for nearly 3 years now. Hopefully we get a bit of an extended time, this one. That hopefully they've realised that they really do need to lift the quality of these games. But let me know what ball you guys are going to catch this in and if you're going to farm this weekend. I hope you guys are enjoying the Switch 2 launch day. I know I'm enjoying mine. I'm going to go play some Zelda and some Mario Kart in a second. Feel free to subscribe if you like our content. It really helps us out, and leave a like on the video if you use this build. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.